Right, let's make up a Norfolk type of flat landscape, but try to abstract it. Don't worry, I'm not getting away from my watercolour painting. I did 2 last week. I'll do 1 maybe today or tomorrow afternoon. But I prepared 3 boards. These are quite small. They're 10 by 8 inches, and I've primed them with the usual plaster mixed in with PVA glue, which I showed on a previous video a couple of weeks ago how I do it. It's lovely and rough, and you can make it as rough as you like. Just add more coats, but you need to do it fairly quick because plaster all of a sudden dries. It just goes hard. So let's put some sort of sky. I usually start with the sky. So I've got some PVA glue diluted here. So just put a nice wet wash, kind of just to cover the canvas or the board. Put it in the canvas, and because it's PVA, it'll dry quite solid. Just, it's lovely and watery, but we'll just make up some colours, just get some lovely landscapey colours. Oh well, that's black, isn't it? So it doesn't matter, if you put black on, you can put lights over it and just show some of the black. Oh, a bit of red. Just let that dry up a little bit. Right, let's go in the sky. Here's my palette. Doesn't matter what the colours are. Reds and blues, siennas, black, yellows. You use what colours you want. And it's a stay wet palette, a Masterson stay wet palette. It's quite big. I'll tell you the size of it, in case you're interested. I'll tell you in centimetres, there you are. It's 42, just under 42 centimetres by 31 centimetres, something like that. It's 16.5 inches by 12.25 inches, thereabouts. It's very, very good quality. I've had this one years. But instead of using the sponges that they supply, I've got several layers of kitchen roll under there, keeping things moist. Kitchen paper with some, and I've sprayed some water all over it. It lets the moisture come through gently, but it doesn't let the paint, well mostly doesn't let the paint go the other way. Although the cerulean I've got on there has bled through. But no matter. Right, now we've covered most of that board, let's go in with a nice sky, and a bit of blue, a bit of black, a pretty white. Now the weather here in London is very, very iffy. High winds. We can have a bit of water. Norfolk Broads. Now I'm working quick and sketchily at the moment, so we'll put some trees in. Nice yellowy. The paints are mostly Galleria and Wilkinson's Finest, which is £1.50 a tube, £1.50, which is lovely. It's for that sort of money, you can afford to layer it on, plaster it, not slur. Or we can turn that into a snow scene, couldn't we, even? Now there's an idea. I've done one snow in Norfolk abstract. Don't see why we couldn't have another one. Right, let that dry a bit. Go back a bit, do a bit more sky. We'll get a bit. Well, I don't know. I quite like that sky. It's a sky. It's an immediate impression. We've got the light, the colour of the board. Then we've got the white cloud against the darker grey clouds. So let's turn that into a snow scene, but we don't want it too white. So you can paint what you feel, rather than be a slave to or tyranny, be tyrannised by having to put everything in because it's there and painting it exactly. There are many people that can do that far better than I ever could and copy photographically, but so what? We're making pictures, and you paint what you feel. So let's just get some bit more in the way of cloud there. Okay, I want a bit of red in the foreground, otherwise it all looks just a little bit. Dots, Turner was a great one for dots in the landscape. You don't overdo it. Okay. So this is a cold morning in Norfolk, a cold winter's morning in Norfolk. We could, Norfolk is famous for its broads, its lakes, also famous for its windmills. So let's, off centre, let's so we can put a little windmill in. We'll put a little door. No attempt at realism, just an impression. And as Maxine would say, you never go very far without seeing a church in Norfolk, so we'll put in a church. Off centre. That doesn't show really. It does now. Right. Well, it's there. Now that does look a little bit messy, so let's just go back with some more whitey grey colour, just to okay, that will do, that's an impression. Let's put it in a frame and we'll have a look at it. I'm not concerned whether it's good or whether it's not good. It's an attempt at abstraction which gives you an idea of how free you can be with this sort of painting. Clean a bit on that. frame. Frame, frame, frame. Right, so there we are, another abstraction. What we've got is a flat landscape, which Norfolk is mostly, apart from the north coast. We've got quite some high spots on the coast down Cromer, but largely it's quite flat, very rural. I put a windmill in a church here, doesn't really show, but I've kept it as sketchy as I can and as immediate and fresh as possible. Let's bring you round so you have a look. So everything is just suggested, but you can enhance what you like about a painting, and well, that's all I can say really. If you like doing clouds, don't labour them. As I say, you can make them look photographic if you want to spend the time on them. But if you just want to get it out of your system, like I do all the time, just to paint, but to produce a painting rather than a copy of something, this is where I want to go. I do it in watercolour to a certain extent because most of the watercolours don't exist, they're made up. But they're based on ideas, on experience, memories, and reference material. But change it around. Do your own thing with it. So I'm quite pleased with it. That's two we've done in half an hour. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.